This honestly might be Lattafa's best work. I still think that Teriyaki Intense is their best fragrance, but this honestly might be number 2. From the house of Lattafa, we have Dynasty. And if they didn't tell you that they're coming for the throne, yeah, this is good, ladies and gentlemen. It's Fat Boy Friday. Let's talk about it.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Yeah, said it's Fat Boy Friday. Fat Boy family, come swing my way. Let me tell you about the best fragrance of the day. And you don't like it, shorty, you can hit the highway. But on your way out, please hit that like button. Hit subscribe, pump it up, baby Joe button. Still staying true to this old fragrance game. It's Fat Boy Finesse, baby, ain't nothing changed. Yeah, I said it's Fat Boy Friday. Hey, I said it's Fat Boy Friday. Hey, I said it's Fat Boy Friday. Guess what? It's Fat Boy Friday. Yo, what's going on, party people, Fat Boy family? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. We made it to the weekend. You know it is Fat Boy Friday, so I appreciate you guys coming through. Feel free, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button while you're at it. Go ahead and click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new fragrance content to the channel. But let's go ahead and get right into today's discussion. Yes, Dynasty in the building. It's the Rock in the building. You know what I'm saying? Lattafa said, y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot who really is the king around here. There's been a lot of noise going on, including myself. I was like, yo, like Lattafa, y'all been kind of quiet this year. Y'all really haven't, made a lot of noise after, what, Art of Universe that came out earlier this year or the end of last year, either way. But I'm like, I was waiting to see what they were going to do after that Teriyaki Intense. I'm like, I need something else. And they was like, Walt, shut up. We got something for you. And shout out to my boy, Kev. Over at, bro, I don't even remember the name of your Smell Goods. I was like, I don't even remember the name of your channel. And he was like, Walt, you got to get your nose on this. And I was like, bro, it's on the way. I'm so glad I did. I know you guys didn't come for that. So let's go ahead. It's a full fragrance review. It's Friday. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm just going to tell you out the gate. It's good. It's good. If you're looking for something that's perfectly unisex, but definitely also leans masculine, I think it's going to be perfect for a man that smells unique. You need to pay attention to this video. So this is the box that it comes in. Love that deep red burgundy color. It's almost like a scarlet, you know what I'm saying? Letting you know this is more for like royalty, You got texture, on the box you can kind of see. So it's pretty cool, straightforward, This is not necessarily a box you probably want to keep. I end up keeping most of my boxes and then I throw away the ones that I'm like, they're not that big of a deal. But let's get into this bottle. When I first saw this, I was thinking this was going to be some type of Dior fragrance because of the stem. I was like, okay, y'all are putting out, a nice little Dior joint. When I was looking at that, I was like, maybe like Dior Homme Sport, maybe or something like that. I don't know, but the bottle was clear and they already kind of have their version, I think with Maison Alhambra. But the crown, super dope. Show you the detail on that, man. Beautiful bottle. Beautiful bottle. You have the Dynasty there. You have Lattafa at the bottom. There's nothing on the back. You have the Lattafa logo here on the crown. So you should be able to see that. You just have the sticker, bottom, and the cap, not necessarily that heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nothing to write home about. Definitely do not pick this bottle up by the cap, right? And then I think there's a batch number actually on the back. So let me show you the atomizer so we can actually get into the juice so we can talk about this. I've been wearing this for several days, and so I can really talk about this. So atomizer, not necessarily anything to write home about. And you open up with this beautiful, fresh spiciness. Now, when I say spicy, remember how I talked about paprika, how it's used for coloring? The spice here is used for coloring because it's coming from that ginger. This smells like a beautiful tea, not like a honey lemon tea, but like a red tea with some ginger and some bergamot in the top. The ginger and the bergamot, the citrus is super refined here. Super refined. Now, in full transparency, I don't have any experience with what the OG is supposed to be. If I'm not mistaken, this is supposed to be like red tea vetiver from Clive Christian, if I'm not mistaken. I can't tell you if it's a clone, how close it is. It doesn't matter. This is one of those ones where it's just on its own. This is an amazing fragrance. So like I said, you open up with this beautiful citrus that's not in your face. It is smooth, well-rounded, and then you start to get into that heart, you know, where you get to the tea. The tea is the start of the fragrance. Like I said, I believe it's red tea. And then in the base, if I remember correctly, I'm going to look at the notes and pull it up in a second, but I think there's some vetiver. I know there's some woods here. So think about this beautiful wood, slightly musky citrus tea that, again, is going to work perfect for every single scenario. This is going to be one of those all year round, where you're going to get great projection, you're going to get great sillage on the scent trail, you're going to get great longevity. If you work in an office setting, especially like, say, if you're a C-suite type of person, or if you're important, like if you got to wear a suit every day, I wish I had this when I made my suit video, because this would have made the list. Like for those of you that got to go in the office every day and you got to put it on, this is one that you can put on. Ginger is so beautiful, man. Like I love the way you have the ginger that's done kind of like in the Bulgari Tiger, the Afnan Tarathi. You have ingenious ginger, but then you have this where it's a very smooth ginger just for coloring and for tasting, but it's surrounded by that tea. So you get a little bit of this woodiness, a little bit of this spiciness, a beautiful, nice citrus, but the tea here is the star of the show. I put this on and Shorty was like, yo, you smell unique. Like that smells good. What is that? You smell unique. See, a lot of times people, we get compliments and y'all be like, yeah, I got, I'm like, but what type of compliment did you get? Yo, you smell good. Okay, I'm gonna smell good every single day. Like there's not a day I've ever been around somebody and they not tell me I smell good, because that's my thing. I hope that's your thing. But when people start using certain things like, ooh, that's different. You smell unique. You smell different. Like this kind of has that important prestige, luxury, dare I say chic, le freak style to it. So I'm gonna pull up the notes just so we can see it on screen here. Lattafa Dynasty. All right. In the top, you have this bergamot, ginger, raspberry, clary sage, and nutmeg. So the raspberry is there because this is slightly fruity. I don't necessarily get a lot of that, so that's why I didn't necessarily mention that in the beginning, but it's there. It's just so well refined where you wouldn't even necessarily know it's raspberry because it hides behind that bergamot and that ginger, but you can tell there is some level of fruit here, and it's definitely the raspberry. In the middle, we have the rooibos tea. It's like a red tea, I think like a Chinese red tea, if I'm not mistaken. And then suede. And so as the fragrance begins to develop, you get this nice, beautiful sweater. This is like cardigan approved. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not going to dress it up with a suit, this is something you wear to Barnes and Nobles. This is something you wear to Starbucks. This is something you wear on a coffee date. This is something you wear to the library. This is something you wear to open mic night. This is something you wear to go listen to jazz music. This is that type of fragrance. You have cedarwood, cashmere, which I absolutely love, and amberwood. Like, I know a lot of times I say we get in trouble for hyping things up. This is not one of the ones that I'm hyping up. This is the ones I'm just telling you the facts. This is some of Lattafa's best work. Again, you guys know I celebrate Afnan for their blends. I've been celebrating Fragrance World, or specifically French Avenue, for how they have stepped their game up this year and arguably are the house of the year as it stands right now. But I don't know, Rayhan is trying to make a claim for that as well. But as it stands right now, bro, Lattafa is like, yeah, we still here. Like, we've been running things. I know we come out with a lot of fragrances because we want to give y'all a lot of variety, but I am proud of Lattafa for this one because this is a beautifully well done fragrance. I encourage you, get your nose on it. Now, if you don't want to smell different, if you don't like tea, somebody's going to ask me, is it like imagination? No, don't think tea. Don't think neroli. Like, there's tea in imagination. So if you know what tea smells like, red tea, if you drink it, this is one of those where you want to be calm, but you want to be luxe. You want to be luxurious. You know how you can go to certain spas or certain thing like that. You know, if you need to get a pedicure or a manicure, this, that, and the third, I definitely need one because the seasons are changing because my hands are peeling like crazy. You know, there's levels to it. You know, you can go certain places and it's like, hey, you can get the job done, but it's like, no, you can get the job done and be sleep and relaxed, and they can give you wine and all these different types of things at the same time. This is like staying in a luxury hotel. This is the difference between staying at the Ritz-Carlton and staying at Hampton Inn. I don't have any problem with Hampton Inn, but if you can stay at the Ritz-Carlton, stay at the Ritz-Carlton. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at this fragrance compared to a lot of other things. So man, beautifully well done. I encourage you, get your nose on it. I'm going to drop the link in the description where I got mine from. Again, projection for this, well, let me say longevity, like 7 to 8 hours. It stayed on skin because those woods really, like I said, it's perfectly unisex, but I think it's more masculine. I think this is more for the fellas, and the women appreciate hugging a man that has this on. So that longevity is going to be good, like 7 to 8 hours that I noticed on skin. And we can been wearing it. You can see, you know, we've tried to put our test in a little bit with this one so far. As far as the sillage and the scent trail, beautiful on this. You know what I'm saying? It does leave a trail for about that first 1 to 2 hours, which is where most of your projection, I would say the projection mostly is going to be in that 1 to 2 hour range, where it's pretty, it's moderate, it's nice, like it's good. Like you're not going to smell me from 10 feet away, but if you're within a 2 foot radius of me, you're going to smell me, because that's exactly what happened when I put this on. Nonetheless, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, click the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. But until next time, you guys know what to do. Hit them comments. Let me know, do you have it? Are you thinking about getting it? You know, is Lattafa back on your radar, or are you going to rock with Lattafa forever and ever? Because forever is a long time. And Lattafa said, that's how long you should love me. That's how long I love y'all. Forever. All right. Y'all have an amazing weekend. My birthday is Sunday. All right. I just had to throw that out there. Holla at y'all. Y'all be easy, man. Until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. Hey, yo. Hey, I know the video is over, but hey, I got some dope videos over here, yo. You need to watch them. And then, I mean, or you can just hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Or like, bro, right here in the corner, get that Fat Boy merch. Get that Fat Boy merch.